2 championship fights in the books, and guys, it's time for the main event. Certainly of the amateurs and maybe of the evening. It's Rich Cantolina and Rell Hodge. Final thoughts from you, Dave McKinney, before we get to this fight.
You know what? I think both guys are probably at this point just ready to get this one underway, and we're just seconds away here. We're going to go ahead and send it up to George here in a second, I guess.
We will send it up to George and bring out our first fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and on the line, the 145-pound championship. This bout is being brought to you by the Farmers Insurance Group. Introducing your combatants. First, the challenger. Fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Rell Hodge.
As Rell Hodge heads to the cage for this title fight, we have a very special guest joining myself and you, Kyle, as Dave takes a step back, passes the headset over to the one and only Ethan Goss, just named as the #1 contender in the featherweight division here in Pinnacle. He joins us because both of these fighters, Catalina and Hodge, this was their last fight. Thoughts about Rell Hodge as you see him coming out here tonight?
You know, I believe Rell is one of the most confident fighters that I've ever stepped in the cage with. I mean, the man has great hands. He has great wrestling. He's well-rounded, one of the most well-rounded fighters that I've ever stepped in there with.
Now, Kyle, you have an opportunity to train with Rell on a daily basis. Talk about the improvements he's made since his last fight.
Rell Hodge, in the last few months, has become that guy who will not leave the gym when class is done. It's been him, Devontae Smith, and myself who put in late hours, and Rell has been beating the crap out of all of us.
That's how Kyle is. He's not going to leave himself out of that equation. Make sure people know you're putting in work as well.
Oh, I have to explain my ugliness. You know, like McKinney's over here calling himself ugly, but the truth of the matter is I'm no prize pair anymore.
You're taking a look at the Evolve team pumping up Rell Hodge. You see his brother Dale there. Darnell Pettis with the gold. Remember, Rell Hodge, when Cantolina won the title, Rell Hodge is the one who called him out, said, I want that strap. And look at the very calm, confident Rell Hodge. Hands in the air. All the talk, Ethan, and we're going to come right back to you about the talk of Cantolina, a guy you know, and see how characteristic you thought of that. But the one thing that is kind of answering our question here, Rell Hodge hasn't been affected by it. Cool, calm as always.
It's hard to not be when you're a guy with that much confidence in yourself, you know, and he hasn't had much reason to doubt yet. He's had only one loss. Only one loss thus far in his career.
And his opponent.
I can say Rell Hodge
Fighting out
shows
of the
no
red
emotion.
corner, the defending champion. Please welcome Rich Catalina.
Go ahead, Ethan. You're making a comment.
I can say Rell Hodge shows absolutely zero emotions while he's in the cage. I hit him as hard as I could hit him, and his face did not move.
How about Cantolina? Can he take a punch?
Catalina can take a punch. I've hit him with everything that I had, and he took it, and he came right back at me and threw it right back at me. This is going to be an amazing fight.
Ethan, let's stick with your experience. As we look at the tail of the tape, Kyle, what stands out?
The height, absolutely the height. Right now we have Rell coming at 5'6", Catalina at 6'1". Now for those who are bad at math like myself, that is a 7-inch difference.
Going back to you, Ethan. Which one, dwell on your experience, which one of these guys hits harder?
In my opinion, I think Rell has more power in his hands. He's more explosive. Rich has power in his hands as well, but Rell definitely has more of the power in my opinion.
Rich Cantolina, the champ. Rich Cantolina coming in as the underdog in his own words. He's talked a lot. He now has the opportunity to back up that talk with his fists. He said he wants a stand-up war. He said Hodge can't knock him out. And he said come third round, he's putting his fist in Rell Hodge's mouth and he's gonna shut it and knock him out in the process. That young man has the opportunity to make good on those promises.
Well, it's the opportunity to make good or eat crow, and it's a 50-50 before you get in there. No one's going to know which way to lean until the first punches are thrown, Ryan.
Either way, packed house here at the Green Tree Sportsplex, and if everybody here came to see this fight. The roof of this building is about to come off, and we're only halfway through. We're at the amateur main event, and that man is to thank for Catalina, taking a page out of Chael Sonnen's book, has hyped the fight like we've never seen in the history of Pinnacle Fighting Championships.
It is kind of fun to see two perpetually nice guys, you know, kind of get atypical and talk some trash. It's kind of fun to me, you know. I sort of knew just by how these guys are historically and talking with them what was really going on, and it's hype.
Mouthpiece is in. We send it up to George Phillips to introduce the fighters for our championship bantamweight fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening is scheduled for three-minute rounds, and on the line, the Pinnacle Fighting Championships 145-pound championship. Your referee in charge of the action is Chip Snyder. Introducing your combatants. First, the challenger. This mixed martial artist stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in at 144 pounds. 11 MMA contests, 10 victories against only 1 defeat. Representing Evolve MMA, he hails from Medina, Ohio. Please welcome Rell Thundercat Hodge. His opponent across the cage to my right, fighting out of the red corner, the defending champion. He's a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighing in at 144 pounds. 16 MMA contests, 10 victories against only 6 defeats. Proudly representing Fight Club Pittsburgh, he hails from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Please welcome the reigning, defending Pinnacle Fighting Championships 145-pound champion, the babyface bull, Rich Cantolina.
The challenger, Rell Hodge in the black trunks. The champion, Rich Catalina, in the zebra shorts. This is the bantamweight title fight, Pinnacle Championships, Pinnacle FC 6. We're joined by Ethan Goss, Dave, the Coyote, Kyle Rzuski.
Never call me McKinney again. You are joined by two of the best looking featherweights in the world right now.
Got it. Fighters, take center cage. Let's see if we get the stand-up fight we're expecting,
There will
Ethan.
be no glove touch after all the harsh words leading up.
Absolutely not.
Small
Rell
inside
looks
leg
like
kick
he
by
wants none of
Catalina.
it.
He's trying to pawn that jab out.
Catalina with the significant size advantage and reach. Hodge lunges for a left hook, misses.
Both guys respecting the distance and kind of feeling each other out for the first minute here.
Catalina landed a right hand there.
Big kick by Rell.
Catalina
Nice
is
side
going to
kick.
want to throw straight punches the whole entire time at Rell to keep him at distance.
Rell Hodge is headhunting. That's excellent, an excellent point there, Ethan. You have to use the length. It's good to be 6 or 7 inches taller than your opponent, but if you're not using it, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
And what a treat for us, Ryan Kavanaugh, is some people don't know, Ethan has fought both these men in the cage. So he's got some great insight for us that we might miss.
Rich was actually the first person that I did fight that had a longer reach than I had.
And some better shorts, too.
I'll give him that one, too.
Big right by Hodge. There's a left by
There's
Hodge.
that jab.
Testing the beard. A left overhand, and Catalina's down.
Rell Hodge waded in with a big left hook that landed on the chin of Catalina. Catalina now finds himself face down with Hodge trying to bury his hooks and take his back.
Interesting to see if Hodge goes for the submission or if he beats on him.
This is Hodge's bread and butter, if you ask me. This is exactly what he beat me with, was his wrestling. He took my back every single round that we was in there.
And he has shown marked improvement. This is what he's really been focusing on in the gym, is working on these positions, being smart and efficient with his offense.
Catalina right now covering
Very
up.
good
It looks
defense.
bad in the turtle, but these punches are not getting through. There's
No.
a couple on the ear.
Now Rich could take these for the full fight. Now Rell hops over on his back now. He needs to get those hooks in. Catalina trying to stand up and doing a wrestling sit out. Rell now with a far hook. He needs to get that left hook buried in if he wants to create anything here. Oh, I'm sorry, the hook is out now.
He's got 1 minute to work. Rell Hodge looking to take the back of Cantolina.
And thus far, this round has been all Hodge on the ground after a nice little exchange and a feeling out process for the first minute.
And Hodge is out-muscling Rich right now.
And Rich, actually, I have to give him credit, though. He's recovered nicely from that big shot he took that dropped him, and he's really putting up a fight here. Good roll out. He's looking to crucifix Jarrell.
Catalina rolls out. It was almost like he couldn't secure the position he was looking for. It was an awkward scramble, and it's won by Rell Hodge.
He actually tried to attempt a barambolo roll and really come out the better with a Kimura, but Jarrell used his hips properly. Oh, now Jarrell almost has Catalina in an awkward crucifix position himself.
Jarrell absolutely has Rich, he has him locked up here.
Big right by Rell Hodge there to the exposed face of Catalina. That one got through. 10 seconds, Catalina covers up. Rell Hodge trying to get to the face, and you see the contorted face and neck of Rich Catalina. Big round by Rell Hodge.
Absolutely not. Ethan, we touched on the striking power of these two men, but who was the physically stronger, more imposing that you've had to grapple with?
I wouldn't say there's much difference. If I had to give an edge, I would give it to Jarrell. He definitely felt like he was more stronger with his natural strength. I definitely have to give it to Jarrell. But it's not by too much.
It could be just due to the compact nature of his build as opposed to the longer, more graceful frame of one Rich Cantolina.
And as we look at Cantolina in the corner, he looks just fine.
Oh, he's fresh. He's good to go. He's an absolute gamer, and that's why he's the champion here.
That's one thing I'll say about Cantolina is that he has very great cardio. Whenever we fought, his cardio was better than mine, and that might have been the reason why he won the fight.
And here we're going to look at that left hand by Rell Hodge, I believe. Now both fighters trading jabs here. And here it is. Yeah, right on the jaw. Caught him going backwards.
Rell Hodge wades in, finds a home for that left.
Good bob and weave and left over top. To the taller fighter, Cantolina. But Cantolina's ready.
Round
the babyface
two.
bull wants some more.
Both guys are ready.
Champ Cantolina down one, the crowd on their feet. Sold out. Green Tree Sportsplex, 5 deep, standing around, standing room only to see, many of them to see this fight right here.
Very good head movement.
So much hype so far, and the tension in the room is palpable. Oh, both fighters are swinging. Jarrell changes levels, goes for a takedown,
Nice
secures
takedown.
a single leg. Now has Rich's back, one hook in.
Trying to get the second.
Both hooks
Both
in.
hooks in.
Cantolina's now flattened out. Rich, though, doing a good job of getting to his hip.
Jarrell seems like he's very comfortable on the feet with an orthodox guy.
And here we go now. Rell finds himself in full mount. Cantolina hanging on.
Comes up real high. He's danger to get an oopa there.
Absolutely, and that is still a shortcoming in Jarrell's game, is his ground, his submission, or his jiu-jitsu defense even. He's not as well versed in there as he might like to be right now, but he doesn't need it. Not right now.
Rich decides to roll over, give his back to Rell Hodge.
People need to understand how tough this is, though. What Cantolina's doing is quite amazing. He's in a horrible position and really winning a position battle right now.
Hodge with only the right hook in. But position-wise, this is excellent. Cantolina tries to stand up and carry him. But Rell Hodge, as you mentioned, Ethan, so tough when he gets on your back.
Absolutely. He's like a leech. It feels like a leech. When he's on your back, it's just like he's sucked to you. Like you cannot get him off of you.
And that's a frustrating feeling. It's like being in water when you don't know how to swim. It's just you're slowly drowning, He's got to reposition, though. Rell Hodge getting too high on the back. Might fall off the side. Oh, now he's got a rear naked choke sunk in deep.
From the side. Can he finish Cantolina?
Oh, he's got a palm on palm. That's deep.
That's very deep.
But if you look, I'm not sure he's under the chin.
Nope. Cantolina's still got his chin. Oh, now it's under. Now it's trouble.
Is in a lot of trouble. Cantolina fighting it.
Good wrist work.
Very good positioning for Cantolina.
Cantolina's got some great defense here. I'm very impressed with his jiu-jitsu defense on the ground.
Cantolina's out.
Rell back to mount.
He's got an arm triangle waiting for him.
Yep. Take it.
Very good eye right, Kavanaugh, and now it's gone, but Jarrell can tend to stay in mount and maybe work a little softening here.
He is making Rell Hodge earn it, but Rell Hodge, as you mentioned, good analogy, Ethan Goss, like a leech all over Cantolina, not letting him breathe.
He's wearing him like a coat of paint right now, I'll tell you what.
That might be a better analogy.
Absolutely, he's that tight on him. We're down to 20 seconds in the second round. Can Cantolina survive? Excellent submission defense, an excellent defense to not take a large amount of punishment while being in clearly a tough position throughout this entire round.
What I've noticed thus far in the fights, we haven't had a submission yet.
Oh,
Rell landing heavy punches.
Closing out round 2 with the furious Rell Hodge.
Wow, I gotta have
I would
that
have
score
to say the
2-0.
champ's down 2 rounds right now.
You got both 10-9, 10-9 across the board, I think, here at the booth.
Now, Ethan Goss, if you're in the corner of one Rich Cantolina right now between rounds 2 and 3, what are you telling him?
I would say to keep it standing. Keep working his jab, throw straight punches, throw leg kicks, keep him at bay, keep him standing. One thing with Rell is he's a very good wrestler. If you throw a kick too high, he's going to look to catch it, to take him down.
And I was actually...
Go right ahead and help us out here with what you would tell Cantolina, being the corner man you are.
If I was in Cantolina's corner right now, it'd be pretty much almost the same thing, but except I would get rid of the kicks entirely. I would probably go out, throw a couple big missiles at Jarrell's face, maybe attempt a shot of my own to kind of make him think, at least if the level changes there, look low, punch again high. But no matter what, he's got to stop kicking, he's got to stay off his back.
He's got to stop him in this round is what he has to do.
Absolutely. If he doesn't win this, he's not going to win the fight. He needs to finish here or he's going to lose the decision. It's Rell Hodge.
Round 3 of 3, bantamweight title on the line. Rell Hodge looking to unseat the champ, Rich Cantolina. We've got it 2 rounds to 0. Rell Hodge, Cantolina, 3 minutes to defend and retain his title.
Hodge looks a bit tired. He's a little flat-footed right now.
Trying to bounce, but
I think that is one problem of Hodge's is that his conditioning isn't quite as good as it should be.
he is plodding and walking in the cage, and the ring round just started.
He's kind of covering up now with his back to the fence. Cantolina definitely has a middle.
Cantolina with
just
the
ate
right.
a big
Nice.
right.
Almost as if Hodge is hurt. You know, it looks like that, like a broken rib on the left side. Big right by Hodge, and he's going to get the takedown.
And there's the story of the fight still thus far. This is where Jarrell needed to go to keep himself safe. Now, Rich here needs to explode. I know he might be tired himself, but he needs to expel some energy to get in a better spot here.
Too high, he's going to shrug him off over top. Cantolina's going to get Hodge off of his
Jarrell
back
is
here.
going to look for 2 underhooks on this.
Rell Hodge grabbed the leg.
That's something new to me, Ryan Cavanaugh. I've yet to see that.
And this is a guy in Kyle Rzeski who trains with Rell Hodge all the time, and you've never seen it. And Cantolina's
still fighting like crazy from a bad spot, and he is a tough kid.
He is very tough. One of the toughest guys I've stepped in there. Both of these guys are the 2 toughest I've stepped in there with.
Cantolina's on top of Hodge.
With a reversal.
Crowd
Great sweep.
making noise. They see some life here out of the hometown Rich Cantolina. Can he finish? He's got 1.5 minutes to do it.
Rell Hodge is very tired right now. You can see it visibly on his face.
Clearly Cantolina the fresher fighter.
Cardio wins fights, my friends.
It does indeed. Your techniques might be stellar, but if you have an energy to throw them, they don't mean a thing. Now, I'd like to see Jarrell let go of the overhook on the head, or maybe a stand-up from a chip. We did see it earlier out of the Kimura position. I don't know why here.
I think he's definitely going to want to try to walk up the Rell's back up to his feet.
Cantolina's got to do something here to prevent himself
He looks
from
like he's going
getting
for a
taken down.
guillotine. Cantolina's looking for a standing guillotine on Rell Hodge. Jarrell needs to finish his takedown and get the side control to avoid his neck being in jeopardy.
I'm not sure he's got the power. Oh, and he
Nice.
gets it right on cue. He pushes forward, explodes, and gets a takedown.
Almost like they're trying to prove us wrong tonight, Ryan. Cantolina, good scramble.
Cantolina with
Jarrell with the scramble pass.
This is
It's a great fight.
this is your typical wrestling scramble right here.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Rell Hodge, 35 seconds to another title.
Catalina has to roll for a knee bar, reach for a Kimura, something here. He's on short time, and he's got to be in a desperate way. He has to know he's down.
Cantolina knows it, but there's nothing he can do about it. Rell Hodge elbowing the body, the right ribs of Cantolina. Cantolina holding onto the left wrist of Hodge. And Hodge looks to have a little bit more energy here as the 10 seconds of the championship round near. Rell Hodge is going to hang on. Big slam on Rich Cantolina. That's the exclamation point.
Cantolina, I think, knows he got up.
I think
He's trying to talk to Rell right now.
I think we're going to see a new champ.
Absolutely.
We get a fist bump from the fighters. Rell Hodge, hands in the air, and exhausted Rell Hodge, we believe, did enough work. Ethan Goss, is this the fight you expected?
Yeah, absolutely. I expected it to go this way. I mean, both these guys are tough guys. Rich has great submission defense. I threw a couple subs at him when we fought. He defended them all. Jarrell, the biggest thing with Jarrell is that he gets tired, and he slows way down.
When I looked at the highlights, when Jarrell maybe didn't have as much energy as he could have, still took the back of Rich Catalina, and there's that strange inverted underhook, I don't know what else to call it, where Catalina was looking to sit out from a bad back position, and Jarrell reached under Rich's leg and hooked it out. It was the strangest takedown I've seen, Ryan Cavanaugh.
But outstanding. I was predicting, I'm saying, Catalina's going over top.
Yes.
Or Rell, I mean, coming out the bottom, Rell is too high. He somehow reaches back, hooks the leg, and keeps him on the ground. Amazing. Rell Hodge learning in the cage and teaching us things as well.
Two fantastic athletes in here.
These guys are going to make two great professional fighters when they jump to the pro ranks. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, it sounds like both of them are moving on. Rell Hodge taking the title with him to the pro ranks. Another one for the belt. And there's Rich Cantolina showing some class. Fist bumping. John Cook, head of a vault.
And our striking coach, Steve Tracek.
Steve Tracek, of course. That's a coach that Rell Hodge singled out in preparation for this fight
Steve
camp.
Tracek has done wonders for Evolve MMA.
With Jarrell and Rich both looking to go pro.
We've got the fighters in the cage. Let's send up to George Bills for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for a hard-fought championship contest. The final bell has rung and your judges have spoken. All three judges saw the contest the same. 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. And the new Pinnacle Fighting Championships 145-pound champion from Evolve MMA, Rell Thundercat Hodge.
And now the fight's done, I can be biased again. Congrats to my teammate, Rell Hodge.
Dave Click is with the winner and new champ, Rell Hodge.
All right, I'm here with the Thundercat himself, Rell Hodge from Evolve MMA. He's the current national champ representing the NAAFS, and now he's the new Pinnacle Fighting Championships champion. If you follow Pinnacle Fighting, you know that there was a lot of talk and a lot of trash talk about this fight coming into it. As soon as that cage door closed, it was all over. All right, Thundercat, get back here. Jarrell, like I said, there's a lot of smack talk for that fight. You were kind of quiet. You came in here and you did your thing. Tell us about what your thing is.
You know what, that smack talking on the social media, I was bored one day, and he kept sending it, and I kept seeing it, so I thought, why not entertain myself and say something back? I just want to know.
Well, that's the story for that. Great fight, man. You came in here and you imposed your will, whether it be on the feet or on the ground. Talk a little bit about that.
Coming in here, I know he had the height. He was 6'1", I'm 5'6", so he got the reach on me. So game was take him down, get up under his jabs, try to work the body, but that didn't get it work. So I do what I had to do to win.
What's next for Rell Hodge?
Hopefully, go pro. 11-1, that's a good record, so why not?
Anyone you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my team involved, my coaches, John Cook, Steve, Master Splinter, Steve, a.k.a. Goodnight Christmas, Cancel Christmas, all my families, my friend that came out from Ohio. I'd like to thank Pinnacle for giving me that title shot today.
Congratulations, sir. You deserved it.